The fight over our immigration system is back in the forefront after recent reports of a horrific crime being committed by immigrants in this country illegally. In one of those cases, the suspect is accused of stabbing two women and sexually assaulting a 2-year-old girl. A suspect that, as correspondent Laura Engel reports, was deported multiple times.
This is the most heinous criminal act I've ever seen.
Investigators with the Nassau County Police Department say 31-year-old Tommy Vladim Alvarado-Ventura was known to police for his past criminal history, his admitted affiliation with the notorious and violent Salvadorian gang MS-13, and for making it back onto U.S. soil time and time again after being repeatedly deported.
He was deported in 5 years 4 times, and since 2011 he's wandered the streets of Nassau County, free, and that is deeply disturbing. You have a little baby who, just talking about this makes me nauseous, a little baby who will never ever recover from the injuries she's recovered at the hands of this monster.
Investigators claim Alvarado-Ventura sexually assaulted the 2-year-old daughter of his girlfriend, then continued his violent crime spree. Police allege he punched, kicked, and stabbed a woman at a local bar while arguing over a drug deal. Then they say he went back to his girlfriend's apartment where he allegedly assaulted and stabbed her after she confronted him about her daughter's injuries. Representatives with the Department of Homeland Security tell Fox Alvarado-Ventura is a national of El Salvador and had been removed by the agency's Enforcement and Removal Operations Team, known as ERO, in 2006, 2009, 2010, and 2011. Issuing this statement, which reads in part, ERO plans to seek prosecution in this case within the U.S. District Court on felony re-entry charges, which is punishable by up to 20 years in prison. The little girl and 2 women remain hospitalized, recovering from their injuries. Alvarado-Ventura has pled not guilty and will be back in court on Monday. Brett?
Laura, thank you. Another case getting national attention is one we first brought you here on Special Report. 2 teenagers in the country illegally who now stand accused of raping a 14-year-old girl in a high school bathroom in Maryland. Now, the Senate Judiciary Chairman wants answers about how they were able to remain in the country after both had been caught by immigration officials. Correspondent Doug McKelway has our report tonight from Rockville, Maryland.
This morning, Rockville City Police were at the home of 17-year-old Jose Montano, the juvenile rape suspect from El Salvador, who's being tried as an adult. He came here illegally and is said to live in this shack in his uncle's backyard. His family has rejected the public defender first assigned to the case. Montano now represented by a respected criminal defense attorney, the bilingual David Wooten, whose firm's website touts his, quote, multicultural life experiences. Last year, Wooten won acquittal for a defendant accused of sexual abuse by a 15-year-old girl. He says Montano, who's being held at this juvenile detention facility nearby, is innocent. He plans his first meeting with them this weekend.
There's your version, there's my version, and there's the truth. In my experience as a criminal defense attorney, that is almost always the truth. The truth is somewhere in between.
Attorneys for the other defendant, 18-year-old Henry Sanchez, say since a series of TV interviews yesterday in which they proclaimed their client's innocence, they have been besieged with hate mail. One threatening the violent rape of a lawyer's daughter, another suggesting the firm get metal detectors. In a new development today, Maryland Republican Governor Larry Hogan leveled a politically risky dig at deeply Democratic Montgomery County, the state's most populous.
Montgomery County is acting as a sanctuary county, and they are not cooperating with federal authorities. That's a big part of the problem.
That charge backed up by a DHS report released Monday that documents how Montgomery County ranks near the top of U.S. jurisdictions that decline ICE detainers. Meanwhile, the sponsor of a state bill that would officially make Maryland a sanctuary state is blaming what happened at Rockville High School on American culture.
Unfortunately, in this country, we suffer from a rape culture. The criminal justice system does not provide an environment, a level playing field for a victim to successfully bring a case.
She does not mention that many immigrants from Central America have escaped cultures where warring factions use rape as a systematic means of oppression and control.
The next court appearance for Montano is set for March 31st and for Sanchez on April 14th. And one note about juries in Montgomery County, Maryland. They tend to be truly multicultural, composed of whites, blacks, Asians, and Latinos in any one trial. And in addition to that, both defense attorneys and prosecutors alike will tell you they tend to take their job very seriously and follow the law.
Well, as our viewers know, President Trump has vowed to crack down on sanctuary cities, and one city that could soon feel the heat is Los Angeles, where the mayor has just taken bold new steps to protect illegal immigrants. National correspondent William Lajeunesse reports from Los Angeles.
You can count on your privacy being protected by your city.
LA officially declared itself a sanctuary city Tuesday, saying no city employee or official can cooperate with the federal government in identifying, detaining, or deporting illegal immigrants.
In Los Angeles, we don't separate children from their families because it's inhumane. In Los Angeles, we don't demonize our hardworking neighbors just because they speak a different language or come from a different country. That's un-American.
We look to be able to strike that balance between public safety and public trust.
LA County Sheriff Jim McDonnell runs the largest jail in America. His patrol deputies don't enforce immigration law, but he opposes any policy that bans police from communicating with ICE.
We do a better job because we work together than we otherwise would. Counterterrorism, a great example.
McDonnell is one of the few politicians opposing a statewide sanctuary bill that would prohibit jail officials from even identifying violent criminal aliens for deportation.
We can allow ICE access to those individuals. That's a system that by and large works very well for us at this point, and that's one of the main reasons that I look at Senate Bill 54 as something that is unnecessary at this point.
While California may enact a sanctuary policy, other states are making them illegal. Lawmakers in Florida, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Wisconsin, and Texas have introduced bills to penalize sanctuary cities financially. But yesterday, Mississippi became the first state to actually pass such a bill. The Trump administration claims sanctuary policies are illegal and vowed to withhold millions in federal funds. Now, we expect a statement from the Department of Justice on this tomorrow, but earlier, a spokesman at Homeland Security told me they're still trying to come up with exactly what level of noncompliance defines a sanctuary city. James?
William Lajeunesse in Los Angeles tonight.